Hi everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I just wanted to come out and get started on a fall journal. I've been seeing some people work on fall journals and it looked fun. So as I've been seeing things that looked fallish, I thought I'm going to sit that out for my fall journal. This originally was going to be my nature journal that was inspired by Miss Moss at Miss Moss Cottage. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and make this my fall journal, and I have a leather something or another over there that I'm going to make that my nature journal. And so I opened this up and it had fall looking pages in it, so I thought this would be perfect to use for the fall journal. First of all, I wanted to show you, my friend Carol gave me that art journal that I did a walkthrough of the other day, and then I saw Miss Moss get inspired by seeing one of the tags in it, and she did a tag, and so that inspired me to make tags while she was making tags. Oh my gosh, Carol, you have created a monster here. Mine are naked because I will put them in my journals, for sale. Miss Moss and Carol put eyelets in theirs. I don't have eyelets, so I just drew around my hole that I punched with silver and put a dingle dangle on each one. They're all out of the same napkin because, of course, I'm going to put them in books to sell, so it doesn't matter, if all the napkins are the same. The back side, I just did all with old book pages. So I just wanted to share those with you. And I was watching Lynn at a bit of bird song, and she was making these cute little cards. And of course, I didn't have everything she had. She was putting something at the bottom, a label or something, and I didn't have any, so I just created my own. This is for my personal journal, for my fall journal, so I put my initials on it. And hers were just like this. Hers were brown, and of course I didn't have the brown. I didn't have anything she had. So what I did was, this is kind of blurry to me. When I'm zooming in a little bit, it's blurry. It's like it takes the focus out of it when you zoom in a little bit. Anyway, I didn't have the same stuff that she had, so I used what I have. I mean, that's what we do, right? I added color to some of mine. There's an orange one, and I just cut out little papers at the bottom and did a stamp on them. So I did those. She used the center. She had those tags, that have metal around them, and they have a hole on them with string. She had some of those she wanted to use, and I don't. So I just used my paper punch and made a circle, poked a hole in it, and tied some embroidery floss on it. Then she sewed her string down, and we all get inspiration from each other and make ours completely different. So thank you, Lynn, for that inspiration. Thank you, Carol, for your inspiration, and Miss Moss, and just full of inspiration this week. So I thought I would go ahead and just get started and gab while I'm working in my fall journal. I have a feeling we'll have to put some color down on some of these pages to get started. Let's go through and see if I'm going to need. Okay, this page is almost all done. I went ahead and journaled while I was in the country. A couple of these pages I've done because I have gone out into nature a couple times, but that's okay. Those can just fit right into my journal as fall. Oh, this will be perfect. See these colors? This is my eco dyeing. This is just going to be perfect for fall. So yes, a lot of pages we can put color on. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So this little page here is already done. that little page is already done, but that's okay. She's got fall leaves on her. Brilliant. Okay, let's get started. First of all, let's just see if there's a page I could just glue this down. I mean, let's just glue that on there. I think that will look perfect just like that. And remember, even though you just may glue one thing down, it doesn't mean that page is done. I'm just gluing things on pages that I think look good, and you can come back another day and add to it. You can add tabs, you can add fringe, you can add ruffles, you can add paper, collage, whatever you want. I just like to get something down to get it started. And if I were smart, and I've never claimed to be, I would have just done this on 3 sides and made it a pocket. Too late. What is on? Do I have a sticker on my hand? I keep feeling burning when I'm pressing this down. That glue is irritating a little sore I have on my hand. Isn't that weird? And it's just the fumes. I want the little tail. I want this little tail. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. I wanted to use my Edith Holden papers that I got from Carol, but I found a couple. But some of them have a picture on both sides, and I couldn't bring myself to use the picture side, so I'll have to run a copy of those to use them. Let's see here. What can we do? What can we do? This is material. That would make a cool pocket, wouldn't it? Let's make a pocket with this. Okay, I just took that piece of material and cut it, and I found this adorable little scarf that I had that had fall colors in it, and I just sewed it down on there, and I'm just going to glue it in here for a pocket. Move those things aside so we have some elbow room. Let's see here. I kind of like this pattern that this is coffee dyed with, but I want to go around the edges with some ink first to just scruffy that up. What can I put behind it? I just want to scruffy that up a little bit. Oh boy, I got some ink on that ink pad, don't I? Yeah, baby. I'm not even having to put elbow grease into it. I have had an eventful day here today. Had to do something that I've only had to do 2 other times in my life. I had to kill something. I had to kill a raccoon today, all by myself, alone. It was stressful, it was emotional, and I almost ate an entire strawberry rhubarb pie trying to get over it. But I did not. I put it back in the refrigerator. I'm supposed to take it to my daughter's house tonight, and I ate a protein bar instead. So, go me. I was out weeding this morning, and Princess, you know, my hunter that gets sprayed by the skunks, she started throwing a fit over behind the shop under a trailer, and I went over there to see what she was throwing a fit about, and there was a skunk. I mean, not a skunk, a raccoon under there. Now, I had seen the raccoon before, but it was at night, and I just thought, well, it's an old timer, because he kind of wobbled as he walked. You know how we get when we're old. So I didn't think anything of it because I figured he was just old and he was fine in the dark. But he was out in the daytime. And she was really trying to get after him, and I called them off and I followed him. He would have let me walk right up to him if I wanted. He was just wobbling. He was so skinny. His hair was in terrible condition. He would shake his head like he had mites in his ears, and that would make him fall over. I mean, he was in bad shape. He or she. So I followed him around the shop, and he went inside of a big culvert. And I just thought, well, you know, I've gotten him on his way. So I went back to my weeding. And at some point, oh, I should not be using those. Those are my cloth scissors. At some point, he walked right behind me, weeding, and headed to the backyard, to where the bird feeders are, squirrel feeders. Well, I had gotten up and gone in the house to get some lunch, and about the time I looked out the back door, he was just wandering over to the bird feeders. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he walked right past me, and I didn't even know it, and he didn't even know it. If he had rabies, he could have gotten me so easy, and or the dogs. So I actually videotaped him so I could show my husband. He was out there stumbling around trying to eat under the bird feeders, and I have one pole going up into a big mailbox that I feed the squirrels in so they don't get wet. And he was trying to climb up into that mailbox to eat, and he couldn't. He kept sliding down the wooden branch I have up in there. I felt so sorry for him or her, I don't know what it was. So then he went over, and he was able to get up into the tree house. I have a kid's tree house where I feed the squirrels, and he was able to get up in there, and it took him forever to eat the walnuts I had up in there out of the shell. They're, you know, they're shelled. And after I had finished him off, I noticed he didn't even eat half of them. He must not have had very good teeth, because I watched two 20-minute videos waiting for him to get done eating, and he never even ate half of those walnuts in there. So he must not have had very good teeth. So, you know, I did it. I'm not going to give you the details to that. I had to pray and ask God to give me the strength, because I don't have it emotionally. But I knew something had to happen. If he wandered off and got one of the dogs, and if he did have rabies, they would be in trouble. So I asked the Lord to give me strength. You know, I said, they had to do this in the pioneer days. The women had to do this. I'm asking for strength so that I can do what's best for him humanely. And I did, and it's over, and he's not hurting anymore or starving. So that was very emotional for me. Part of country living, I suppose, the part that I don't like. You know, you want to live in the country, you want to own your own home, but you don't realize the things that come along with it. The troubles, the problems, the things you don't want to have to deal with, and this was one of them for me. And that's just one of the perks of living in the country. So, it's over, and I'm de-stressing with you guys in my fall journal. And I get to go watch my granddaughter tonight play volleyball, which will be fun. This will be the first time she's been on a volleyball team. She always does softball. She's done basketball. She's done soccer. And now she's ready to go for volleyball. So that'll be fun. I'm just going to get it started with this. I think I'm going to put it down lower, and I think I'm going to put a ruffle up here, but this will get me started. I'll probably put a word or something on there. I will put some paper on the back to journal on, or find a poem or something that I like about fall. Maybe a scripture. Who knows? Maybe there's some scriptures about fall. But this will get me started. There we go. I've got to shut the door. Cooper comes in and pushes the door open, then he doesn't know how to shut it. And the air conditioner's on today. You guys, this is just, I don't like that this is not focusing. See, that's too far away. That's too close. We're just going to do it close, because when I zoom it out a little bit, it takes the focus away, and I don't understand it. I'm not literate enough to figure that out. Okay, I love this magazine page. It says play it out, and she's sitting on a big swing. I swing just about every day. My husband built the grandkids a humongous. You know what? I should video myself and show you just how big this swing is. It was 24 feet tall, and that was so tall. We were having a problem with it being stable. Oh my gosh, that would look good right there, wouldn't it? Almost like it's hanging in this tree. I think I'm going to put it right here, maybe. Let's see what else we have in here. And, oh, there's a tire swing. And I love the swing. I don't like the swings that are on there at the current moment. They're those, you know, they're plastic, and they're like, they swoop to your body. And they squeeze you. I like a board swing. Maybe one day I'll have one on there. I think I like it over here. So that makes me happy. I go out and swing when I'm out doing my chores, and it's so beautiful right now. It's the perfect weather to do it. So let's put that in here. Is there anything else in here that I can add to that page? This is a mailing envelope, and maybe we can add something here to this flap. Okay, so maybe we can do something like tear this in half and this in half, and just kind of go every other one down through there. Get this page started. Let's get this over here where you can maybe see it better. Okay, let me see if I wrote any notes down. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, only one other thing. Okay, so you remember that Ricky last winter bought me and sent it to me a coffee warmer to put my coffee cup on that keeps it warm while I'm arting and it doesn't get cold so fast. Well, I did the cardinal sin with that coffee warmer. I went off and left my coffee cup on it for days, like 3 or 4 days. My coffee cup was left on the warmer. So, by the time I found it, my coffee was so encrusted. It was probably a 1/2 inch thick on the bottom. Hard as a rock. Not a good idea. I'd like to never. I had to soak it for another 3 or 4 days. Every time I would think about it, I would replace the water in it with hot water, chip away with a butter knife, try to get the yucky burnt on stuff out of my favorite cup. So, folks, if you have a coffee warmer, in which everyone should, I mean, I wish I could send one to all of you. Please do not leave your coffee cup on it. Bad idea. But I learned my lesson, and I won't do it again. Hey, 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 hey. We don't bark. Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. You guys go out the door if you want to go see what's going on, which is nothing going on. They bark at absolutely nothing. I was watching Lynn at a bit of birdsong today, and she was talking, just talking, and then all of a sudden she said, "I'm sorry, I'm rambling." And I thought, oh my gosh, I ramble. That's what I do. Like, I do my videos and ramble. But what we don't realize is when some of you think you're rambling, like Lynn thought she was rambling today, but she was actually speaking to me. You know what I mean? She was actually telling me things that I deal with too, and it made me feel good that I'm not alone. So when you're on your video, don't worry about rambling, because some of us need it. Some of us need to hear you ramble. So ramble away. Let's see if I have it. What color ink could I put on there? Maybe some orange. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I have one of these little doohickeys with orange on it. Let's see if this is any good. Yeah, it is. So yeah, ramble away, people. Birdie needs it. Something else I'm learning by doing this as my therapy is you know, when you're doing an art journal for yourself, I don't know how you guys are, but I'm just speaking for myself. I have so many things that I find a picture that I think, oh, I would love to use that in my own art journal. But, you know, I'm always so busy making other art journals to sell. When you start doing this, I probably have 100 bajillion fall pictures somewhere, but I don't know where they are. So instead of just generally grabbing any fall picture, I will just get it started with what I already have that really brings me joy. And then as I run across those pictures, I can say, oh, I have a fall journal started. And I can go stick the picture in the journal. That's what I do with my ships. If I find a ship, I stick it in my ship journal. And then when I'm in the mood to work on it, I've got a few things already stuck in there that bring me joy that I can work with. So it used to be, oh, I thought I can't do a video and I just have to pull anything together, you know, here, there, and yonder to do something. But you don't have to. You can just do a little bit, and as you find inspiration, add a little bit to it. I used to think you have to completely finish something. Nope, I don't anymore. So that is progress in my book. That is progress. Okay, I wanted to put that girl on there swinging, and now I'm kind of liking this. I'm glancing over here, and I'm like, I'm kind of liking this now. So let's see what it looks like. I'm going to cut this part out because I don't think I can tear around this very good. And then I'm going to tear the rest of it. Always legal to change our mind, isn't it? Always. You know, I have some magazines in the house, and I tear pages out here and there and yonder. And then I go back and look at them because I have a file cabinet over here that I file things under, like coffee and tea, birds, animals, insects. And some of these magazines I look back at. Do you ever do this and say, what the heck did I tear that picture out for? You know? What was I thinking? Did I tear it out for the color? Was it the picture? Were there words on it I wanted? Sometimes I don't even know what I was tearing it out for. Yes, that's what I do. Just wondered if any of you guys do that too. What do you think? I think I want to put something a little stronger on this back side. Nah, don't worry about it. It's just me. It's not like I'm going to be in here a bajillion times a day. I just thought this is a little, what do you call it, fragile. And I wasn't sure having it stick out over the edge. I should strengthen it up on the back, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down. I have issues covering things up. See, I'm having issues covering up the cute little butterflies. Get over it, Birdie. Whack them off. Yep, get over it. So, do I want to put a little... Oh, this is cute. This word October. Then came October, full of merry glee. Nah, I'm just going to do the October. I'm wanting to layer it a little bit. Like put this down there and then put this up in here and put it on what? Put it on this with a little bit of, oh, that's already sewn like a little gather. Okay. Let's do this. Oh yes, look at that. Just how it is. Just how it is. I'm gonna overlap it just how it is. Okay, move this up. I'm gonna glue this down. That's what I'm liking. Oh, Arlene, these flowers that I did were made with your fine liner you gave me. I put Payne's Gray paint in it, just a dribble of water, and I drew these flowers with it. Thank you. It was so fun. I had so much fun playing with that. So thank you, Arlene, for my fine liner. And now you've kind of created a monster, because now I feel like I need 4 or 5 of them to put other colors in. So that's probably in my future. Also, I want to ask you guys about something. I have all of these stamps. I have a whole basket of, some of my favorite stamps are the kind that you put on the acrylic blocks, you know, the wiggly ones. Do I have any over here I could show you? You know, they're like this. Okay, I saw this lady on a video. I don't know who it was or where it was or what. She had this, like this book, a clear book, and this sat on the table, and this she folded over, and you stick your stamp on it. You hold it, like you put your stamp where you want it, and then you shut your thing and it sticks to it, or you put glue stick on it or whatever. Then when you open it up, you ink it, and then when you lay it over, you squeeze it, and it puts the stamp where you want it on the page perfectly. What do you guys think about those? I'm thinking I might need one. Do any of you have them, and do you like them? Because I'm gonna have to get acrylic blocks to stick them on anyway. So I thought, instead of getting the acrylic blocks, I could almost just get that, you know, that book thingy. Press, stamp press, or whatever you call it. I don't know. Does anybody have any comments on that? I would love to hear it. Also, I'm sorry if I don't get back to every one of your comments. My phone does not show me when I've gotten a comment, so unless I happen upon it, I mean, you could have commented on a video I did 2 years ago, and I may not see it because I don't always go back and look at all my comments from 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So don't think I don't love you. Just know that I'm not always seeing everybody's comments. And my brain is so flimsy that sometimes I see your comments. It's really scary, you guys. It really is. I'll see a comment and somebody will give me a great idea, and if I don't write it down right then, and I may think this is the most wonderful idea and I want to try it, it's gone. Like sometimes before lunch, it's gone. And it's starting to get kind of scary. Look at that. Isn't that fun? How many minutes do we have? 34? Okay. And see, like, I want to show you the video at the end of my number 8 going down into her hole where she lives in the daytime. And I don't even know if I've already done that. I know I've told you before I'm going to put it on, but did I actually? I don't know. So I'm going to put it on again today. So if you've already seen number 8 going over into her hole, disregard the end of this video. But if I haven't done it, then by all means stay till the end of the video and watch number 8 climb into her hole. I may not use this one. I have this beautiful sunflower, but I've got a couple other pages in here with sunflowers on them. So I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. Although I might. We'll just set that one aside and see. This is cute. Anyway, I'm going to have to start wrapping this up here in a minute because I'm going to have to go get in the bathtub before the ball game tonight. Yes, sometimes we have to bathe. Sometimes we have to bathe. I think I'm just going to glue that one on. It's just fun. I just like it. Let's just do it. I didn't go camping this weekend, so I would love to go camping and do a video and show you guys my itty bitty camper. It started raining and Gypsy texted me and said she didn't think it was a good idea, so we did not go. Oh, husband's coming in, just a minute. Okay, it's 5:27 and ball game starts at 6:15, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to bathe. I may just have to shower and get out and go. So I'm cutting this short, and thanks for hanging out with me. On the go I go. Bye-bye from Birdie.